What's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of my R&B review. And album I'm about to. Fuck, I hate this shit. Sorry about that. I need to get this. Sorry about that. Album I'm about to review today or tonight is Michael Jackson's first and only remix album, Blood on the Dance Floor, History in the Mix, released in 1997 on Epic Sony MJJ Productions. Yeah, so this is like a remix album he did. Like he mixed certain songs from his story, and yeah. Mhm. I have to get drinks one way or another, but yeah. Okay, singles I was known for are "Blood on the Dance Floor," "Ghost," and "Is It Scary." Producers include Michael Jackson, Teddy Riley, Jimmy James, Terry Lewis, Bruce Sweden, Renee Moore, Dallas Austin, David Foster, Bill Bottrell, and R. Kelly. And guest appearances are Slash, Janet Jackson, and John Forte, who I talked about on my Fuji's review. Even though I might have to do that one again. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so as I mentioned, he did this album around the History tour, and so yeah, and so like he didn't want that much promotion on this album. So and also around this time, 1997, he got married a second time to Debbie Rowe. And yeah, and then, but there was some controversy behind that. She was pregnant, and he married her while she was pregnant. You guys can look up more stuff about that. And so yeah, so in 1997 he dropped that album. hmm There's not really much to say about this. Well, there is. So I'm just gonna review the album. Of course, I don't have the album. Of course, I don't have the album. It's kind of hard to come by these days. I mean, it's still, I believe it's still in print, but it's very hard to come by these days because like it's like a low key album. All right, all right, all right. So let's get started with the review, I guess. 13 songs. Let's hit it. Track number one. Oh, I forgot to say. His album was originally supposed to just be a promotion tool for his European leg of the History tour. And yeah, so I thought I'd just throw that out there. So track number one, Blood on the Dance Floor. Now this was a song I heard after he died, and I did not know this. I did not know this album existed until after he died. And yeah, when I first heard this, I admit I was like, this song is, yeah, it was kind of like all. It was like his vocals were a bit too low. It wasn't really mixed all that well. And I mentioned this before with a lot of issues I have like later Michael Jackson's albums, like how sometimes his vocal the beat might be too strong. You can rarely hear his vocals and stuff like that. But over the years, I've come to appreciate it. It has like a nice funky-ish kind of track, mixing with like New Jack Swing. And originally, this song was actually supposed to be on the Dangerous album, but it didn't really make the final track listing. And yeah, so yeah, Teddy Riley and Michael produced this song. What Blood on the Dance Floor? This song was basically talking about how this girl named Susie, she was like attracted to Michael, tried to seduce him on the dance floor, but it was just a plot, and though she stabbed him with a knife, had a ton of blood on the dance floor. That was just my phone, everybody. Pretty interesting track right there. Yeah. Track number two, Morphine featuring Slash from Guns N' Roses. Well, around that time he left Guns N' Roses at that time. You guys know how that shit goes. I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah. Pretty dark song. I like this song very much. It kinda has like two meanings toward it. Like you can take it as he's talking about his addiction to painkillers around this time, which led to his depression following like his the child's allegations. but it could also have like a different meaning where he's comparing like the morphine to a woman and stuff like that. And basically, from what I got from the lyrics, I don't. This is what I got from the lyrics. Like he doesn't really like the girl, but he's addicted to her, and she's like a drug towards him. So yeah, that's what I got. Track number three, my favorite song, Superfly Sister. Now this is a very dope song. Um, this song like is he's talking about how well, first of all, let me say that the beat on that song is dope as hell. I love the beat, and he's talking about like how people don't like. How can I put this? He's talking about how love is not really existent in the world today, and people just want sex more than love, you know. And so it was just talking about that, and some of the lyrics. If you listen to some of the lyrics, he's kind of going after. Well, first of all, like this song was, of course, written during Dangerous period, but I don't think it was recorded until this album. But if you listen, there was one lyric, couple lyrics I got that he was kind of going after his family. Like he said something like, "Mothers preaching Abraham, brothers don't give a damn." And from what I got from that lyric was because he felt like his brothers didn't really take the Jehovah's Witness thing too seriously like he did, and cause like cause like they were just going wild and crazy around that time. And then there's also this other lyric, like he said, "Sisters married to a hood saying that she got it good." But he was talking about Latoya, because you guys should know that Latoya married her manager, Jack Gordon, and basically it was just an abusive relationship. Again, look up more about that and stuff like that, you know. But other than that, Superfly Sister, very cool song. I like the song. Yeah. Next song, Ghost. That song was pretty okay. It's talking about how he's just going insane by all like the ghosts in him or the demons inside of him. This is talking about that. Yeah. Then we have Is It Scary? Now, originally, that song was originally supposed to be on the Adams Family Values 1993 film, but he left it off, I think, for contract issues and stuff like that. He wrote the song, him and James Harris III and Terry Lewis. Pretty cool song right there. It's kind of left off where the song Thriller left off and stuff like that, cause it has that horror-based production and the lyrics, like yeah. And then we get to the remixes. Now this is where the album, in my opinion, gets a little uneven. Now we have the Scream Louder, Flight Time remix with Janet Jackson, of course. Um, I kind of, to be honest with you, this remix was one of the best ones because it's like more funkier. It's like more funkier than the original and stuff like that. And also, I love the fact that they add like a Sly and the Family Stone sample to it. So it was a pretty good remix. Like I can tolerate this remix and stuff like that. Then we have the Money Fire Island remix. Was not feeling this remix at all. I felt like the beat didn't really fit that song, in my opinion. Then we had the Too Bad, the Refugee remix featuring John Forte. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool remix. Interesting to see Fugees and Michael Jackson working together. Yeah. The Stranger in Moscow Tease in House Club mix. Um, that was an okay remix, of course. This time around, the DM radio mix. Yeah, that one I like that one. That one was pretty okay. Um, the Earth song Ahani's Club Experience. That remix was a bit uneven because I don't know what about this remix that it was kind of uneven. It was like the beat kind of started off the beat started off kind of like at like a mid tempo. Then they added like the original instrumental Earth song to mix it all together. And yeah, I'll get into more about what I think about some of these remixes after I finish these next ones. Then we have the You Are Not Alone classic club mix. Um, that remix kind of grew on me. Um, Frankie Knuckles of Frankie Knuckles. Yeah, he worked on that one. Yeah, that remix kind of grew on me a little bit. Not the best one, but it's still tolerable and stuff like that, you know. And last but not least, the history Tony Moran's history lesson. Yeah, I could have done without that one. And that's all the songs off this album. Okay, so this is a very uneven album, in my opinion. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad. I wouldn't necessarily as a bad album, but it was just nope. Let me say this: the remixes was what threw the album off. The new songs was pretty dope. I like the new songs like Superfly Sister, Morphine, like all those new songs. Those were all pretty good, but the remixes was kind of hit and miss. The reason being was because like some songs like they kind of sped up his vocals a little bit, and I mean I don't mind that, but there was certain song where it was kind of like it just ruined the whole tone of the remix because it just sped up his vocals, and like, it was kind of like how can I put this? It was trying to match the beat, and yeah, it's some of it didn't really work out. And the reason was because like some of the production on this album was kind of it was kind of like the same throughout. Like it had like a clubhouse feel to it. Yet like certain songs, I felt like it didn't really deserve that type of production. Like the Stranger in Moscow production, I felt like it didn't really deserve that kind of production to it. But other than that, excuse me. Other than that, only I feel like this album, die-hard Michael Jackson fans would like this album, and I kind of feel like this album is like Nine Inch Nails meet Michael Jackson. Cause if you like a fan of like Nine Inch Nails, like in the '90s or early Marilyn Manson, and you would definitely like this album and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to really say about it. I thought this would be a much longer review, but yeah, yeah, I'm gonna definitely review Invincible, most likely either tomorrow or Friday. Let me see how that goes. But yeah, thanks for watching this review. Michael Jackson Blood on the Dance Floor. It's actually the best selling remix album of all time, so that can say something. So yeah, cop this album. Stay tuned for more. Peace.